All right, I'm on hole number 8 of the digital tournament. This is hole number 8 of the Milano. Let's go check out the Milano. Hole number 8. All right. This hole right here was a prime example of why I switched to a Hornet. And why, if you've got a Hornet, especially if I can't speak to a maxed out Hornet. I'm still trying to figure out what works for me, but with my up to level 9 Hornet, this is a deadly hole, and you're trying to get into this spot right here. When this hole first came out, I thought, because we're in this hole right here trying to bring it around, that if you draw the arc from the tee box, let's put a little marker out here, so we go from there to the tee box. And so that's putting us off in this direction. So we're going to have to bring it around in order to bring it up to the front. And it's very easy to overrun it. And it's very easy to get into a spot out here where you're kind of in between clubs. And you really want to be in your short iron. And the deeper you can be in your short iron, the better. So you may you can do this with a power 3 ball, but you may, depending on where you're ending up out here, depending on where your red lines are at or where you are in your club, it's better to try and get into if you're in mid short iron, if you can get into minimum short iron, it is definitely better. I thought when this hole first came out, if you draw the arc out in this area, so we should have a red line out here, that we would be able to do a max overpower hook shot. Because if we can catch right here, we could really try and bleed ourselves up and get right out here in front. I'm not sure that you would net any more distance. I'm not sure if you could get up on the green. But in trying it, there are some trees that are strategically placed out here that prevent that shit from happening. I haven't found the lane to do it. Now, I have seen a bunch of people try and hit over into here, into this area. And I suppose it would be possible, because your red line arc with a 3 power ball is in this area, that you might be able to, with a bigger club and a lot of topspin, get yourself over into here so that you can bleed forward and try and get up. But you're losing distance. You're probably going to be in your long iron range up here. Whereas if you can get up into this pocket, you're in your short iron range. So short iron range is much better. Now, how do we get up into that pocket? Well, depending on the level of clubs that you have, you're going to have to practice this hole a few times, because what's going to happen is you're facing out into here, and depending on your ball guide, how many bounces you're getting, especially if you're getting like 1 and then 2, and 2 is in the rough. But if it was over here just a little bit to the left, the rough, you'd catch this fairway and then you'd run forward. So you'll have to put curl on it in order to cover that distance. And you want to set it up, if you got an extra mile, which is probably an extra mile. I'm not sure if an upper developed QB has enough topspin. You may have to bring out a bigger ball. I can't remember. But with an extra mile, it's kind of a blind curl shot, and then you can get yourself right up to the tip. You just need to take it a few times to practice it with your clubs. It's been forever and a day since I haven't played this hole in a while. But it will come back to me, I'm sure. The fear here is overhitting, and this is an absolute serious eagle shot. I mean, there's no gimmies, but like this, if it doesn't get any closer to being a gimme than this. So you can't take over the rock, but I'm right at my red line. So if I had any headwind, I'd be in trouble. I'm going to switch clubs. If I can get it right. And I'll probably set it up wrong, since I'm shooting a video for it. One ring great to the right. And just try and bleed up to the top. And I barely cleared that rough, so I probably could use like a titch more. I think I was not quite at a half, maybe a little less than a half of whatever number I was at. Could have raised that up to like a half, a full half, or a 3/4. And I could have set that shot up a little bit better too. Now, if you can come over to this other side and bring a low wind ball, if you can get over to the other side and get in that range right there with a low wind ball, this is a serious hole. Serious. Where am I at in my club? I'm right at minimum. I'd actually play maximum rapier. Got to do the math again. It's 3.2 rings. Getting it perfect. Let's see if we can get even close. Just a bit outside. Didn't quite pull it enough. Against a pure side wind. I did a 10% because but I think against a pure side wind it needs to be just a little bit more. Maybe 12.5. 15 might be too much. I should have looked at to see where I was, because I'm pretty sure at max rapier I'm like twice the width of the cup. Eagle. Nice shot. Nice shot, man. Now I'm gonna have to tank hole number 9. I'm 100% sure, because I might be eking towards the qualification zone. All right, we're not gonna make it. Good. All I have to do is tank hole number 9 and I won't make it. But I think the 12s are gonna make it, or at least one set. Okay, that was hole number 8. Let's look at it. Let's check it out. Gotta hit that shot perfect. Pure side wind. I know in the past, like if we've had any kind of forward moving or any kind of like due directional headwind, like a good place to start is about 10%. And I think that's where I started out on this. And with side wind, it's a little bit, you got to be dead on when you're doing side wind stuff. And this is not a hole that's going to lend itself. There isn't other options. So like that is the best spot. All right, there you have it. That was hole number 8 of the digital tournament. Hole number 8 of the Milano course. Thanks for watching.